I did a video a while back about this tube type amplifier, and what I was hoping to use it for were some projects, including hooking it to crystal radio, because something with tubes looks a little bit better than just a solid state amplifier when you're working with these old-fashioned things like crystal radios. And I put this together and it did not work well at all, and in fact the output was worse than just hooking the input straight from the input to the speaker rather than going through the amplifier. In other words, the amplifier made the signal weaker, so that's not much of an amplifier. The only problem I could find in the design was this one diode right there. The picture that they have on the seller's picture on their website showed this diode being the opposite direction than what the board shows, so I flipped it around and showed both ways. Neither one of them worked. So the only thing left are the transistors. Oh, I forgot to mention I did replace the tubes with some other tubes that were known workers, and that made no difference. So the only active components left are these transistors. And so they're relatively cheap. You can see back here I ordered some more, and I got out my tester right here, and I tested them. I won't show you all of them, it's kind of boring, but I just plug the transistor in here like that, close the thing, socket, push the button, make sure you can see that, and yeah, this says it's a NPN transistor, B is 291, and the UF is 675 microvolts. And then it shows a little circuit diagram. So yes, it's recognizing it as a valid transistor, which is a good thing. So these transistors check out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go replace these transistors in here. If it doesn't work the first way, I will flip that diode back around and we'll see what happens. Honestly, don't have a lot of hope for this working, but for a couple bucks in transistors, it's like, why not, right? Okay, well, let's go do that. Let's go switch out these transistors. As you can see, I pulled out the transistors, tested the old ones. The 667s gave readings that were very close to each other. The 647s did not. So maybe this is the issue. Anyway, I'm going to put in new transistors in here, and that's kind of it, and we'll go from there. I have replaced the transistors, and in fact I tried putting them in the opposite orientation, and that didn't do anything because I figured, well, who knows, it would be worth a try. So I've tried them in both orientations, and the diode is still in the configuration that they have in their photograph on the website, so I've left that. Now, I'm going to make that one more change, but first let's test it this way, and we'll see what happens. Let's turn up the volume. So that's an improvement. You can actually change the volume of this. So that's the best I can do there, but let's just try an experiment. We'll just try taking the output from the signal generator, frequency generator, whatever, and we'll just try putting it directly to here. Yep. Yeah, so, okay. There's not much amplification to this amplifier, and again, we'll go one more time. I will replace this diode. Let me get a pointer right there. I will flip it around because this is the orientation their photograph shows, but on the board it shows the opposite orientation. And if this don't do something better, well, then yeah, it's going to be a total trash out and it's going to hit the recycle bin. Okay? Let me do that and I'll be right back. And finally, I flipped this diode around. I don't think I mentioned it today, but sorry you can't see the frequency generator because My camera that normally looks in this direction is on the fritz, and it needs to go in, and if I can find somebody to fix it. And it's a relatively new camera. But anyway, yeah, let's see. So same setup as before. Again, the only change is this diode has been flipped to reflect what's on the circuit board. And other than that, let's turn things up. Let's see if I can reach around here without getting in the way. Okay, we'll put the microphone over here. And that's 400 hertz, 5, 6, 7, 800 hertz, 900 hertz, 1000, 1100. This sounds a little bit louder to me. So with the changed transistors and the diode in the direction that the board says it should be in and not the photograph on the seller's website, sounds just a scooch louder, but you know, it's 1/10 the volume of when I just connect the frequency generator over to directly to the speaker, so it's still not amplifying to any degree. Yeah, so I have bought amplifiers before online, and let me get this quiet. Yeah, I bought amplifiers online before, never tubes. They were all solid state, and a lot of times the circuits were just junk. I mean, you can look at the manufacturer's suggested circuit for the IC, and then you look at the board that came, and boy, it's not even the same. They don't work. Somebody just kind of in their dreams put together a board and didn't test it, whatever. But yeah, this is, I don't know, I just don't see any value in it, and I strongly don't recommend this one. It's just a waste of money. Maybe somebody like Mr. Carlson at Mr. Carlson's lab would know how to fix this, but boy, I don't know, for 30 bucks and whatever, I just want something that shows up, put it together, and it works, not something where somebody's trying to tell me that, oh, we're giving you faulty parts and whatever, and it's your job to troubleshoot it and make it work. No, I went over that in the first video. There's actually a piece of paper inside the package that says that we're supplying you faulty parts and you have to figure out what's what and make it work. So yeah, again, not recommended. I'm going to just put this in the recycle bin and I'm done with it. Okay, hope it saves you some headaches when you're ordering stuff online. You can skip over this one. Till the next video.